Lanaya, who are you?
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps.
Oh.
I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
Well, yeah, if you like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Let's see. I see you can't imagine such a thing. I'm just going to answer our questions, yes? Some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
I don't think you can make walls out of indifference. Though you're more than welcome to try. Well, they are used to it just as humans are, yeah? Well, they are used to it just as the humans are.
Being accustomed to pain and suffering does not make it any less tragic. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have a question, if it's not too impolite to ask. Do your people regret what they did to ours?
We don't pay much attention to it. Well, some of us do. Not all humans are the same, you know.
I see. That is difficult for our people to accept. Even if only some were in favor of what was done to us, the rest did nothing to stop it. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Actually, that was quite an interesting wee poem. I quite like it. The thing I'm thinking about this is that the Dalish Elves have all these culture, and they're so set that their way is the right way. Now, the elves in the cities have recently been purged from the alienage, apparently, which is... I don't know if it was a full purge or just a partial purge, but either way, a purge is bad. They have their own culture, you know? They have their own ways. And what I worry about, if the city elves ever do find freedom, then would the assimilation by these guys be forced? That'd be hypocrisy at its best, but I don't know. Situations like that sometimes can be rough. Well, tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans.
Oh.
I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
Oh, okay. How did you come to the Dalish if you're so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Wow. That must have been horrible.
It was. The long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
Of course. Well, no, I don't even need to ask why the Dalish are so hostile. What does a keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
Right. And you said the Dalish rescued you from bandits?
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Wow, that's quite a story. And you didn't have any more family you could have returned to?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zevran offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
And how did you become a keeper exactly?
I am not a keeper. I am Zethrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
Blood ain't that important, you know. Well, you must be very proud of your accomplishments, but I'm wondering what Zethrian thought of all that.
He was proud of me. I've always thought of him as a father in a way, and he could not hide his pleasure when I became his first. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
Nice. And what can you tell me about Zethrian? Sounds like quite a guy.
Nothing that you could not ask Zethrian himself.
He's busy.
He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Yeah, but he's busy. He told me so. What has he lost?
He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Well, then we have something in common then. Alright, well I should go.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
Whatever that means. Right, talk to Zethrian at the moment. Let's see if they try to kill us.
Please leave that be.
Oh.
If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Alright, sorry. Did he? It's a persuade, not a lie. Can I ask what's inside?
What is the point? It is none of your business, so please, leave it be.
Alright, whatever. Hi. Can I have what's in that chest?
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news?
You said yes. I want to take that stuff. I need some equipment.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Alright, cool. I spoke to Lanaya about you, by the way.
And what did she have to say?
Plenty, and it was all good. Well, she obviously thinks very highly of you. Let's go softly, softly, catchy monkey.
And I of her. One day she will be keeper after I'm gone. She is more than ready.
You said you've been keeper for a very long time.
That's true. Hundreds of years, if you must know. Slowly the Dalish will all know once again the agelessness of the Elves. For now, only a few of us have regained that ability.
Wow.
But I cannot say any more on that. I trust your curiosity is sated.
Wow, man. That's cool. I did wonder, because elves have always kind of had this immortal thing going, but I don't know anything about it in terms of these guys. They've never mentioned any sort of prolonged lifespan before. That makes sense. She told me you'd lost your family, but wouldn't say how.
I would rather not speak of it. It is very painful for me, even now after so long. The werewolves were responsible. That is all you need to know, and should adequately explain my hatred of them, no? Let us leave it at that.
Fair enough. I should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Yeah, you're kind of just standing there, buddy. Yeah, let's not go for what's in that chest. Don't need to steal from these guys. Alright, well, no, let's go this way first, towards that woman. A woman that, old lusty eyes here is going for. Elf girl, hunters, Fenharel, whatever the hell that is. This place is expansive. Quite a lot to explore. Elf woman, elf child. Hi there.
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
Whatever that means. Questions?
I am not sure what I can tell you, but I shall try.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's get the ground floor perspective from people who don't know him so well. What about Zathrian?
Zathrian? He has been our keeper since long before my parents' parents were born. What could you wish to know about him?
Well, nothing specific. No. Why didn't he know the werewolves would... That's a weird question. You know, I'm just going to cut to the chase here. You're Gaina, correct? Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
Okay. That was enthusiastic. He said that you're cruel and he hates you. He said that he was lucky. He would... Oh, no, he didn't say that. Let's say the first one. Yeah, that first one. Number 1, woman.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
Yep, why not? If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
Well, you can believe in him, and you can actually help him succeed, you know.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masirnas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen.
Okay, that was so willing it was almost sarcastic. We'll see how this goes.
Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today.
Kiss her, you fool. Close enough.
We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn.
Great.
It's the very least we could do.
Thank you very much. Good, I got a reward. That was so mushy, I need a little bit of mercenary action just to balance out the karma scale. Well, that went well, didn't it? We've already done good here, guys. Well done. Hey, Zevran.
What say you?
Do. What? Hey, do you stare at everyone like that?
Not everyone, but a handsome man like yourself. Why not? I am sure you are a man who draws many stares from women and other men alike. Does this bother you?
Thank you, sweetie. Not really.
But you would prefer I desisted, perhaps. It would be difficult traveling as we do in close proximity, but I am nothing if not a gentleman.
Look, just if it helps your morale, use it. I really don't mind.
Then I shall keep that in mind, and perhaps even redouble my efforts. There was a young elven dancer in Antiva City once, and I believe I actually managed to stare off all 7 of her skirts. It's a trick worth retrying. Now that that is out of the way, perhaps we should move on. With you in front, of course.
Thank you, Zevran. It's helped my morale as well. Scout's bow, huh? Short bow, two-handed, blah 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 blah, rapid aim. As rapid aim is fairly sweet. Unfortunately, I think it just does too little damage to justify its... I should switch over to Archer for a second. 6, range critical chance, less armor penetration, less range. Honestly, your bow's good. Your bow's good. We'll leave it as it is. Right, what else? Hello, elf girl. You apparently have no voice. So, where's next? Let's go nip and get the elf route over here. This is the area of transition, so let's not go too far. Yoink!
All right.
Run before an event happens. Oh. Yeah, I forgot about this weird thing, this weird dog-looking thing. This statue dedicated to the elven wolf god Fenharel, the dread wolf. Oh, bugger. Whatever. There's precious little we know about Fenharel, for they say he did not care for our people. Elgaran and Maethal created the world as we know it, and Andruil taught us the ways of the hunter. Celes and June gave us fire and crafting, but Fenharel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlethan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Fenharel spent centuries in a far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Arlethan, or however you pronounce it, the gods we knew and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haren among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of Galdarin and Darnathal and Anaris, for they are the Forgotten Ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times only Fenharel could walk without fear among both our gods and the Forgotten Ones, for although he is kin to the gods of the people, the Forgotten Ones knew of his cunning ways, and saw them as one of their own. And that is how Fenharel tricked them. Our gods saw him as a brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce, and the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods. If only the Forgotten Ones would return to the Abyss for a time. They trusted Fenharel, and they were all of them betrayed. And Fenharel sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. I mean, that's very interesting. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, I wonder? Why are you here? You're worshipping it. No, you're not. You're just kind of there. I don't know what you're doing. I should stop standing over you, though. It's kind of intimidating. If I do say so myself. A pile of sacks and a hunter in the road. I don't think she was there before.
Now's better than later.
Huh. No, nothing special. And let's just way back. Oh no, I'm being closed in. Ooh.
There are places where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
Don't get any ideas, Alistair. Hi there.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
That's fine. Who are you?
My name is Alura. I am the master herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
No, it's beautiful. What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships.
Oh,
They are our companions and our guides.
right. They are not your mounts?
We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle.
Right.
It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
So why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack.
Oh dear.
I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. Curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Well, that's tough. She doesn't look that agitated, though. Are you sure you're not just talking out your ass? I don't know. You've had some kind of stroke or something like that, and you think, hey, this Hala, she's sick. And the Hala's like, wait, no, not Jerry, save me. Jerry's not a Hala, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Pretend to examine the Hala. We'll have a bit of survival. I can try to calm it. Let's try to calm it.
Yes, that's it. She's calming down.
Is she?
That's it, love. Be calm. Tell me what troubles you. Ah, I see. It is her life mate who is sick, not her.
Oh.
He was bitten on the leg during the attack, and she fears greatly for him. I did not realize another Hala was injured. This will allow me to prevent the sickness from spreading to the entire herd. Masiranus, thank you. You have done my clan a great boon this day. I will always be grateful for your help.
Great. It's not so good for the Hala's life mate, but still, whatever. That's kind of a shame, but still. The Dalish, who band together in small groups of blood relatives, travel in ornately carved wagons known as aravel, drawn by large white stags called hala. The aravel are a unique sight, beautiful in their swooping curvature and adorned with broad hoods and bright silken cloths that flap in the wind, often displaying the noble banners that once flew over the family's house. Most humans refer to the aravel as land ships, for in a strong wind it can often appear as if the elves travel in long boats with sails high overhead to announce their arrival or warn others away. The hala are unique to the elves, and any but elven handlers consider them ornery and almost impossible to train. To the Dalish, they are noble beasts, superior in breeding to the horse. Certainly, most humans would agree that the hala are as beautiful as the elves themselves. The fact that many imperial nobles maintain a bounty on hala horns that find their way into the winter is an affront that Dalish consider unforgivable. Few among us can claim to have seen the Dalish landships up close. Any human who sees them on the horizon does well to head the other way. Few Dalish clans take kindly to humans intruding on their camps, and more than one tale tells of trouble-making humans who found themselves mercilessly filled with Dalish arrows. Another entry by Brother Jenner TV. Here we go. Many forget that when Holy Andraste called out to the oppressed peoples to rise up, it was the elves who answered her first. The humblest slaves of the Imperium became her vanguard, and when victory came, they were rewarded accordingly. They were given a land in what is now the south of Orlais, called the Dales. A great exodus of elves undertook the journey to their new home, crossing ocean, desert, and mountain. Their city, the first elven city since the fabled Arlathan, was called Halam Shiral. A new era had begun for the elves. But the old era wasn't through with them. In their forest city, the elves turned again to worship their silent ancient gods. They became increasingly isolationists, posting emerald knights who guarded their borders with jealousy, rebuking all efforts at trade or civilized discourse. Dark rumors spread in the lands that bordered the Dales, whispers of humans captured and sacrificed to elven gods. And then came an attack by the elves on the defenseless village of Red Crossing. The chantry replied with the exalted march of the Dales, and the era of the elven kingdom came to an end. Halam Shiral was utterly destroyed, the elves driven out, scattered, left to survive on goodwill alone. Alright, well, I guess that's how it happened. Who's this headless dude?